my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the comic collector geek, and we're an hour later. Sorry, I was stuck in a business meeting. Actually, a really interesting business meeting that could make me millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
More funny books. That's all I know.
yeah, that's the thing. So it's all about the goal of all these business meetings is really to buy more books. That's the whole goal.
The brain replacement surgery is off. We're just going to keep going for the books. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. Health, food, all that kind of stuff. Not really that important.
Come on, you've got your
Oh,
priorities straight. I'm
oh,
telling
it's
you.
right there.
Shoes for
Okay,
the
so
children. What do they need shoes for?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that I was because of work I got served delayed. Now I
Oh,
also
Boston
have
Chris
to
is here.
ask. Okay, so I put a special link in the description of this video that I kind of need people to go over there today and click the link and basically go over there and vote for me on Son of Crom is running this contest and I want to win. I'm one of those people that I hate to lose, even though I've lost many times in my life. I do want to actually win this one contest, and I'm not sure why I'm losing to this other guy. I really don't understand it, to
Have
tell
you
you the truth.
considered showering?
I don't know. I'm not sure. So the other guy is winning right now by I think like 2 or 3 votes, and I just need about 1 million votes, and then I'll definitely secure the victory. So yeah. So
Well, you can pull. You even sent one to Susan. And
yeah.
Susan said, I didn't know what I'm voting for, but I saw Alan's name, and so I voted for Alan dutifully, as I
Hmm.
was asked to. Have your
Hmm.
have your children and your spouse vote for you. Have them go on and read a bunch of funny books and then go vote
I
for
had a
you
whole
because
bunch
they
of random
love
people vote
funny
for me.
books.
I even had my clients vote for me. I was like,
Alan, God, this starts to smack of desperation a
it
little
is
bit.
desperation. I'm very competitive. I just like to win. I just like to, it's one of those things.
Boston
Um,
Chris says he's afraid to vote for you, Alan, because you almost fell down the stairs when you won the CBCS award or the CBC
you
award.
know, so I actually have to explain that a little bit. So
No, it's all
my
right.
stair,
You have dropsy. I mean, that's you Canadians.
no, it
All
was my
you have
one
milk foot and dropsy and all that good stuff.
actually my toe was sore for about a week after that, by the way. What happened was there's like the staircase, like, the staircases are pretty normal steps all the way through,
Except for
except
that one
for
step.
one step is like it's one of these ones that's trying to be fancy. It's like wider and like I'm talking about it's sort of like wide step so that when you're going around the corner, it's like a wide step so you can go up. So
I don't believe you, Alan. I
I
think that anytime you win an
hit my toe
award, you
on that.
fall down. And I think that the crowd wants you to have that, but they want you to put on a football helmet and pads and stuff before you find out if you win, so that if you do fall down, you're not going to kill yourself.
I'll have to send photographic evidence about the stair because I totally hit my toe and it actually was like sore for about a week after. It's now even still crunching every
No,
so often.
you got the vapors. You got the vapors from winning, and they
So yeah, so by the way, I'm actually going to show some pretty cool books. I think you mentioned you have some cool books too. Like I
I
know
have
you
some
have one or
really cool.
two.
I have really some fantastic stuff today.
Yeah, no more Turok or stuff like that. Okay.
Well, I was trying not to go with you on that. I know how much you like that in Darkhawk, but I can't.
Yeah,
And I've put up with a ferret for weeks now, and
yeah.
I mean it's getting on my last nerve. And you know who Lettuce and Hall, yeah, and Matt are all there
Like
wringing their
oh,
hands. This
ferret
is we can drag Steppo and drag Alan into the
to this
vortex of the
ferret thing.
ferret. You know.
Well, the new thing seems to be they seem to be moving on to Nightcat now. So
Yeah,
I
Nightcats
got
now
dragged
the new
into that a little
flavor,
bit.
the new flavor. I got my Nightcat covered. I've got that beautiful 9/6 slabbed, gorgeous, glorious 29.95 book.
Hmm. So okay, now I'm gonna. Oh, you actually have a slab of it. I mean, you've
Mm-hmm.
gone the extra mile. I
Twenty
just
nine
have like a raw
dollars.
copy.
I mean, they lost money. I mean, they lost
They
money
lost
all the way
money selling
through.
you that comic. Yes, it's like so funny. Oh well. I gotta say hi to the chat. Hi to the chat. Um, That's old dad joke. Okay, so hi Lyle. Hi Mark.
Big Lyle, Mark Mueller.
Hi Matt.
Big Matt, congratulations.
Yes, he reached his number.
He
So
reached
there's going
his
to be
goal. So
prizes
good.
and yeah,
I'm
and
really getting tired of his success, though. It's beginning to get me down a little bit.
actually his channel's probably growing faster than mine is. I don't know. Hey JX, by the way.
Hello, JX.
And then it's K Munin. Hey K Munin.
Andreas, the scoffer.
And then we got Boston Chris. Hi Boston.
Boston Chris.
And
Thomas
Thomas
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell.
Thomas O'Donnell it is.
And thank you, by the way, for voting for me, Boston. Or Chris. I don't know. I always just I use people's handles as their names. And hi, Jesus.
Hazu, it was nice to see you in the auctions as I was fighting those guys that were cheating and getting their votes in or buying books before I could even click the button. They were already in there getting
Oh,
their
he was
books.
on the same auction as you?
Thank you. Hazu said, I like, you see, I don't know if any of these, Hazu, I don't know if any of these guys even watch our show to understand the mania, but, I'm a faceless, I'm an amorphous, faceless blob more than usual while I'm in these auctions now.
Mm-hmm. And hi, JSS. So yeah,
JSS.
yeah, we have to use our celebrity power to get better auction results.
All I get is they're more expensive, and I'm shunned and ignored.
Yeah, usually that's
So,
what happens with me too.
I
But actually, I did really well in auctions yesterday. I got a bunch of cool books. I showed you some of them. Like actually, if people check out my Instagram, I showed one of the big books that I picked
killer
up.
book. Alan, you've talked about that book. May I
For a
say
while.
it? May I say it?
Yeah. You can talk about it.
Eerie #1, the first horror comic.
Yeah.
And Alan has pointed it out to me 3 or 4 times. He keeps going, you see this sold. Oh, I couldn't get that. Oh, I couldn't get it. And now, on top of it all, Alan got the Reuben Blades pedigree, Reuben Blades named copy, and it's a beautiful book. It's a truly beautiful book. I don't think Reuben's as pretty as the book, but he is a comic collector, and I give that. He's using his star power for his books, but he has some pretty cool books, I have to say.
He had a great collection. He was. I was actually impressed by his collection. Like pretty much all the major books you could think of.
A lot of really good keys. I'm wondering if he went through Metropolis or who he went through to get those.
I don't know. But I mean, I guess he was collecting for a long time and just picked up a crazy number of stuff. Yeah, I also have a couple of the Roger Hill ones too.
Do you know that I met Roger Hill when I became an immortal in 1995? He was one of the inductees the same year I was, and it was a really nice guy. No pretension at all, just a friendly guy with unbelievable knowledge. I mean, he really knew this stuff, and you start talking to the guy, and it's one of those ones where you kind of go, boy, I don't know anything. This guy has been around long enough to know. I try to have a few things, a few
was
beans.
Was he much older than you, or?
Yeah, he was older. He was, because he passed, I guess. So
yeah, he just recently. I mean, last year. Or...
I don't know how. I don't know if maybe the chat knows how old he was, but maybe Thomas O'Donnell knows. I don't know how old he was when he passed, but.
So Pedigree Collections. So what we're actually talking about now are not.
It's just a named collection for a collector.
These are collections that they're called named collections. Like the Nicolas Cage one is probably the most desired name.
Well, the Billy Schmidlap one that I have, that was a pretty big one. Billy, whatever his name was, the young guy that died early that had the beautiful collection, is another one. Also, the John Burke collection was pretty good too. And but I don't like the idea that it's post, after they pass away. When the Steve Gentner collection sells, I want to be Steve Gentner here celebrating wearing a crown and festooning myself in jewels. Now, hello, Michael Dye.
I'm not sure how many Pedigree collections there are. I think there are
quite a few,
20 to 30. I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of different ones.
But the thing that started it all, and as far as paying a premium for a collection, is the Mile High. Mile High collected changed everything about grading, about the books that were there that actually were extant. They were the books that were pictured in the Gerber photo journal. And
Hmm.
another thing that's really cool is that Ernie Gerber owned some of the Mile Highs that he just took pictures from his own collection. And the Mile High collection of Black Terrors and Excitings, I have the Black Terror run in some of the Excitings, were Ernie Gerber's books, and I bought them from Ernie. And so the Black
That's cool.
Terrors and the Excitings that are pictured in the photo journal are my books, which
That's
is,
a, that would be actually something that they should almost put onto the slab. You know what I mean? Like that extra little historical notation that these are the ones that are, and you can actually verify it pretty easily. Like, I mean, comic books do have their fingerprints. You know what I mean? Like in terms of you can identify certain books, especially these rare ones. It's like that chip. Oh, that's that book.
yeah,
Um,
the Alvin books,
yeah, yeah.
the the Bonnet books. Blech.
Those are the worst. I hate the bonnets.
Honey,
Oh, bonnets.
Mrs. Bonnet, go out down to the stamp store and give me a bigger stamp. I can't see it. What, it's 8 by 8 as it
It's
is
like
now? What do you want?
I should really. I had a whole bunch handy actually, but the bonnet stamp. They would stamp their comics with this massive stamp. It's like that big. It's
It was
crazy.
brutal, and they ruined. Actually,
They would do it on the actual artwork too.
I have one Bonnet book, and it's a cowpuncher. It's that white cover with the gal with her hand over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
red dress. Okay, and when they stamped it, the stamp was almost dry, and they screwed up because they put it up in the top left corner, and you
Mhm.
can't even hardly see it. I
That's
didn't even
that's
realize it was a Bonnets book until I looked at it really closely, and I said, "My God, this is a Bonnets book," but it's so faded you can't even see it. The best Bonnet book you could have
yeah.
because you can't
It's
see
good
it.
when
Hello,
they
Big
mess up the
Nasty.
stamping. So yeah. So hi, Big Nasty, and I missed saying hi to Susie. Hi, Susie. And there was one more that you said, but I didn't. So I'm just going to give him his due.
Die, Mr. Die.
Mr. Die. Hi, Mr. Die.
The Bobby Blue collection somebody also mentioned was a good one, and
Yeah,
I have a
Susan
Bobby
mentioned it
Blue or
actually.
two. Those that guns I have a Gunsmoke that or the whatever it is Gunsmoke that series that you and I got. The
Hmm.
number 2 or the number 3, that green cover that's so great that has all the shooting up and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's a Bobby Blue that you got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. I
I
think I
didn't
got
even
like a
know.
couple Bobby
I mean,
Blues.
seriously, I didn't even know. And then it came in, and on the back it had the certificate of authenticity. What do you know? I got a Bobby Blue. I didn't even know.
That's
Who
cool. Yeah.
knew?
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so let's get into showing some books
Rock
before.
on. Hello,
Yeah.
Biggie.
Hey, Biggie, and hey, Mike. Okay,
Big
done.
Mike.
We've done all the housekeeping. Now we get into showing some stuff.
Oh, you want me? Okay, I will go.
You'll go first, and then I only have 6 books to show, but they're cool books.
Okay, I will start. I have
We
been.
might. What we'll do is you do 2 rounds. I'll do it all in 1 round for me. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. I've been buying from various auctions. I was just mentioning it to Hazu. I've strictly affordable
The Silver Spidey.
action auction. Hello, Silver Spidey. The action auctions with Beta Ray Jim. Then I have the one, the clown, the Madhouse auctions, those, and then the Cookie Man, and various and assorted. And there are different players and different sellers. So this one guy had these. I'm not a big Moon Knight collector, but he had these books and they were for virtually nothing. I think $35 or $40. But here they are. Here's the first one.
Oh, nice.
I mean, black covers that are just, they're just breathtaking. Glossy.
Oh, I love that one. I actually have that as graded copy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like that cover a lot. It's just like a mirror because
It
it's
is
so
like a
black.
mirror. But this thing, if you look at the spine, it's just so clean.
Hmm.
And I said, what am I? And it's ridiculous. They're so beautiful that,
Oh, that's one I actually almost picked up recently. That's so funny. I wanted to get that book.
but
That's on my want list.
you look at the cover, you can see, you could press those little dents, they're just, whole. but there's not a mark on it. Is this
That
on?
one, they wanted a bit of money for it though. I thought it was like, it's a bit expensive. But you know that what that reminds me? There's a movie series that I really liked as a kid called Howling.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me. There's a you know VHS cover that looks like. Okay, just to show you my age. Um,
So you can see it.
okay.
All right. Then here's another one. This was, I think, $30 or $35.
Oh,
I'm not
for
a
a
big,
slab.
I'm not a Venom collector, but a 9/8 black cover for $35.
Can you look
And
at the thing on that slab? I'm just curious what it almost looks like the one that they did for Comic Tom.
it says Venom number 225, number 225. It says, but it says Venom number 25 on it from November of 2023. Al Ewing. It's the Bry's comic.
Oh, it's the
It's the
Bry's one. See,
Bry's
I think
comics.
that was one of the ones that was in Comic Tom's thing. They did some crossover between Bry and Comic Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I recognized it.
But I was just going to
I
say, I
hear
mean,
that.
hi, who dad?
So yeah, it's a really cool Venom. And you got it for cheap. Just like, so.
And I haggled on this one because I just really liked it. And after seeing your Bill Morrison thing, I wanted to
Oh
get this.
yes, yes. And it
Signed
has
and
a
remarked
remark.
by Bill. And he
Can
did
you
the
zoom
cover
in on the
too.
remark so people can see it? It's a really cool remark. I love the crusty remark. Such a cool. You know, he charges like $30 or something like that to do a remark. Oh, I love that one. That's really good.
That's the back cover of the free comic book day. They give you a pinup.
That is really cool. I actually really like that back cover.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, the back cover is better than the front.
Better than the front. But
Oh
they give
wow,
you
he charges
they really
$100 down there. What? Craziness.
who charges $100?
Bill
Bill
Morrison.
Morrison?
Yeah. What
That
what a
book was only 110.
what a ripoff. Sorry. I mean, $100 for a remark? That's insane.
Holy smokes.
Yes, they did, Cam Union. There's I actually have Futurama #1. It's kind of a cool series. Oh, that's a nice new one. Lovers. Nice. Yes. $200 in Canadian pesos.
Canadian pesos.
Pesos is higher than the dollar right now, probably. Um, oh my goodness. You know what's funny? I was just looking at that book today.
This was all of these books that I bought. This almost all of them were purchased from one vendor who said, "Steve, I want to make you a bulk deal," and he made me a bulk deal on these books.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the Love and Marriage series. It's a really great.
Well, don't you know I am? We
Yeah,
both
we both
kind of
are.
tumbled to it at the same time.
Actually, you know, I have to tell you this story just because it's funny. You know, you were telling me about how you could put extra posts, like extra pictures on your posts.
Yes.
So I went on your Instagram account, and then I got distracted by something or other, and then I still had your thing up, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
flipping through it. I'm like, oh, I don't remember posting. You know, your wall and my wall are so similar in the stuff that we're posting. I thought I was on my Instagram account when I was on yours. It was the
Well,
funniest thing. I was like, oh, this is Stevens. What am I doing here?
but you know, we found this out when we first met,
Mm-hmm.
when we were just talking over the interwebs.
Mm-hmm.
That I love this, I love it too. Do you have that? Oh yeah, I have that too. I like that. Do
Mm-hmm.
you like this? I love that too. And
Mm-hmm.
that's
Very
how we
similar.
started it. We were just like the same stuff. which makes for so much fun when something comes up, uh, and and then
Very
it's
much.
then it's knife and fork, hammer and tong,
Yeah, well, now we're both going for the same book, and it's like,
This is
my
that
shopping
Alan. I'll
cart
tell
is
you,
never the
hi
same
Alan, how
afterwards.
are you? I'm gonna get that guy. Okay, that's about half of my stuff. I'll let you go.
Okay, so I'm going to show um, my complete stuff. Okay,
Okay.
but I'm going to do a little lemon treeing, but not too much, not too much. So basically, the books that I picked up. This is like I'm picking up a massive collection. I think it's like I want to say about 80 books altogether. Okay, so 80 sort of biggish books. Okay. Um, and it's like I'm doing basically in payments for the next until my grandchildren or my great grandchildren. I'm not sure when it finishes, but somewhere around there. So I'm basically doing these payments that to pay for this massive collection that I picked up. But it's a lot of big books and sort of semi big books. So this is one of the smaller books. This is Slapstick Comics. It's like a non-numbered series. But it's just got this really cool sort of French girl. I don't know. She kind of reminds me of a French girl. The long cigarette and
That
I
is
like this.
screwy. When's it from?
It's from 1946, and it's
I've never
incredibly
seen
rare.
or even heard of that book.
It's incredibly rare. Um, and it's like, look at this guy's. He's got like fire coming out of his hair or head, I should say.
Well, he looks like a devil guy anyway. With it looks like he could actually. He's got it looks like the devil with his suit too. The
Yeah.
big lapels.
So the cover art is by Munson Paddock.
He's the brother of Don Gardino.
Basically, I never heard of him before. And you get a free microscope on the back. So
Do you know if
that's
you look at that one where they have the one where you get these 33 lenses,
yeah, I
and make
know.
your own you'll have this great telescope, and then you look down further, and he said, "There's no tube. They're not installed. They're not set for refraction. All it is a box of lenses, and that's what you
Hmm.
get." And that looks like it's the real quill, though.
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing.
it's
I've never even
it's a
heard of
cool
that
book.
book.
Yeah, so that's the first one. Now this next one I've never seen. So I'm not sure, I I collect certain things. Like, I like homage covers, I like gimmicky
Infinity.
covers.
Hmm.
The big thing is infinity covers. I have a pretty and crazy infinity cover collection. But this book I've never seen before as an infinity one. And it's like a comic that was released. It's kind of similar to Motion uh, Funnies Weekly.
Okay.
Uh, um, it's like a black and white book, Fun Club Comics, and it was from the Interstate Theaters Club, Interstate Theaters Fun Club Comics, non-numbered, and it's an infinity cover. You can see the comic at the very bottom here. It's not the greatest
No,
infinity cover.
that's that clown on the lower left. Isn't
He's
he
the one
Plastic
from
Man's guy? Flaky Foonce or whatever his name is?
Woozle. I think it's
Winky
Woozle.
Woonce or
Yeah. He's the one from Plastic Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the other ones. Well, it looks sort of like
And
Robin. That
it's supposed to be inside is the a reprint of Yellow Jacket Comics number 6 or 8. Is that it? 8, number 8. I can't really read that clearly. So yeah. Isn't that
that is
weird?
so weird.
So it's incredibly rare. I think this is the only one on the census.
God, I've never even heard of that. A treat for everyone, huh?
Yeah. So it's like fun laughs, thrills, chills for the entire family.
Wow, the
Yeah.
whole family, huh?
Yeah. And it's only 10 cents. So yeah. So I thought that was a really interesting one, Infinity cover. Um
Two huge rarities, Alan. Good
yeah, those are
Lord.
rare. And this is a run that we're both collecting. We actually just talked about this one. Maurice
Mm.
Whitman
Mm-hmm.
cover.
I love that
I'm
one.
actually pretty close to getting the whole run. It was only a 12-issue run. Um, covers all by done by Maurice Whitman, and I'm only missing 5 issues now.
Mm, very
So yeah,
good.
so yeah, so this is from 1952. Cowgirl Romances, number 9.
I love the way that they dress the boots and stuff, that they have the color coordinated boots, contrasting.
Yes, with the yellow boots that go with them.
And then I have that. Did you have the one with the rainbow herd off to the right with the gal with the nice fanny climbing up the
Yeah,
wall?
yeah, I have that
With
one
the
as well.
boots that are cream colored with green ivy on them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Maurice Whitman, I mean, the little detail stuff. Actually, on Planet Comics, he does that too on the later issues.
Oh
The
yeah,
way
it's
he
really cool stuff.
dresses, the way he dresses the space gals, it's amazing.
The thing I like about this one, actually, I really like the trade dress. You got this girl kind of
Oh
chilling out
yeah,
in the sea, and then you got this cow kind of
yeah.
that
She's
almost
got it
reminds me
roped
of the
and she's
cow that
pulling it
jumped
in.
over the moon. You know?
Yeah, but she has the rope behind her fanny as she's reeling in the cow. See,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really cool, and the you can see the rope kind of goes right through
all
the
the way
trade dress.
across. Yeah,
It's a really cool trade dress.
beautiful book.
Yeah,
I have that.
yeah. Do you have it? I mean, do you have the series, the
I
whole
have
run?
quite a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I'm only 5 issues away from completing the run. Now, this next one is, I don't know. This is another ghost book that you just don't ever see. Untamed Love,
Which
um,
number?
number 3.
Now, Untamed Love #1 is that great Bill Ward cover. The only one that has art on the cover.
Yeah, this is a photo cover.
Quality, yeah.
Um,
All the rest of them are photos.
and this is Cleo Moore. I'm not sure who Cleo Moore is, but
The
this is who
gal,
she is. The gal that's on the cover.
she was a something.
She was something, yeah.
Yep.
And then we got some. Yeah, it
She was a
has.
femme.
You're right, Derek. It kind of looks like a pulp to me too. But it is a comic. You know, it's not super thick or anything. Um, but
I
it's
was
an
a
interesting
harem
one.
girl. Safari sweetheart.
Yeah, it's really crazy. Like, I was a harem girl. I mean, it's just so weird, right?
It sounds very promising, but I'll tell you something, Alan. I want you to know this.
Hmm.
It isn't a good. The title's better than what's inside. I assure you.
I imagine. Yeah, yeah. It is a photo cover, JX. Okay.
Oh, is that Ed Crazy?
Yeah,
Crazy
Ed
Ed?
Crazies. Yeah.
Hello, Ed. How are you? I got your. He's one of the fellas that I'm really nice guy. Knows his stuff too. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, I think Big Ed is where I got that bongo comic.
Oh, cool. Okay. And hi, Adrift.
Hello, Adrift.
And
He
I
called me
think I
up
missed
short today
Derek
on
as
my
well.
post
Hi,
too.
Derek.
Adrift called me out today because I was in my old age as my brain becomes sodden.
Hmm.
When I actually had my Captain America annual slabbed.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
saying 1992, which is amazing because they didn't even start till 2000.
That I told you that before. Yeah, they didn't start until 2000.
Well, I know you told me, and I'm wrong again, and you're right, Alan.
And hi, Zeke.
Zeke Dog.
Yeah. So, okay, the last two are the bigger books.
Those are
This,
big coming in.
yeah. So the last two are the big ones. So we got Mystery
Mm,
Men. It's
mm.
just really like look at these Fu Manchu kind of style Asian guys with the crazy long fingers, and the girl in the bondage, and you got the. I don't know why the superhero always has to come through the window. It's just like a thing,
What's in his
and
hand?
like they're so he's got a gun, but the Fu Manchu guy has like a hose, and he's putting out this fire that is burning around the girl. It's really weird.
Is it a gun? It looks like it's a wand that has something firing, or is it a
No, no,
handgun?
no. It is a gun. If I zoom in, I'm not sure if you can see it.
Oh, I dig. I got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
But yeah, just a really cool Mystery Men comic. I've been
Number
collecting these more lately.
number what? Number what?
This is number 10. And it's a cover by I believe Joe Simon. Yeah, Joe Simon.
The Blue Beetle looks like almost like a
Maybe
chainmail.
opium smoke. I don't know. That'd be actually funny. But yeah, um, I don't think it's opium smoke, but definitely an interesting cover. I just think these Fu Manchu guys are really interesting. Look at his gnarly hand. I don't know. This wouldn't be very politically correct nowadays, right?
Well, actually now because there's been a change,
Oh,
the
maybe.
politically correct part of the program is going out the window. Thank God.
Yeah, yeah. So I just thought this one was really cool. I've been really getting into these Mystery Men ones. These are early Fox Feature Syndicate from 1940. The stuff back then you just don't see it very often. It's like usually just dust. I don't know, like because Fox is notorious for the low quality of their paper and stuff. Okay, so the last thing is the biggest book. This is the huge one, and it is a big book. If you look at the title of this video, I said, what's better than gold? Well, platinum. you know, this is a platinum age Grail book, and I do consider it a Grail. We got amazing
Mm,
stories from 1929. Okay,
wow. That's a great
um,
book.
yeah, this is the very first appearance of Buck Rogers. So, just a massive book. Actually, 1928. Sorry, I was mistaken there. So even earlier. This is a pulp. It's a bit thicker, but just a huge. It's like big size for a pulp. I don't know why it's so big, but it is big. Um, just a really cool
Amazing.
book. Yeah. Believe it or not, I think this one is the one that.
Alex the Comic Quarter got for $45.
Yes, I didn't pay $45 for this. So what happened
40.
was, yeah, he sold it to Yaniv, and then I bought it from Yaniv, basically.
So is that the one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so it's the first appearance of Buck Rogers, Armageddon 2419 by Philip F. Nowlin. That's the guy that created Buck Rogers. I didn't know.
Hmm.
Did you know who created Buck
I
Rogers?
don't know who created Buck Rogers.
Yeah, but really cool book. Alex did well on this book. I think he actually ended up buying a different copy back. It's a weird thing. So so this is my big Grail book, and I'll show you the back. If
Oh, it's good. You're a big magic guy too, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a nice magic cover on the back, actually.
Who is the magician there?
Good question. Doctor uh Harlan Torbell.
I hear Dr. Torbell and I think of that Sherlock Holmes movie with the Norden bomb sight. Do you remember that
So
one with the
Philip
dancing
Francis
men?
Nolan. Yeah,
No,
Nowland,
Noland,
Nowland,
Nowlan, Noland.
Nowland, or is
Or
it
you can say
Noland?
Nowland, I guess.
Is it Nowland or is it Noland? I don't know.
Yes, yes.
One of the two. Okay. But yeah, so just a
Congrats,
cool book.
man.
And it also has stories by H.G. Wells. So that's pretty cool.
Does that have a stitched binding on the spine?
No. No, I don't think so.
Because some of the really early big ones like that were
I'm
stitched.
not sure if you can you actually see the
I
because
can.
it's one of the
Amazing
rare ones
stories.
where it actually has the
Yeah, it has the
um
binding.
yeah. I mean most of them at the that's all either what usually happens is with the pulps, people put them in their shelves, and then so the binding gets all worn, like just faded and gone. But this one is really quite clear. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's
No, I
really
can. I can see
it's
it
quite
very
sharp.
clearly. That obviously stood in a stack in a dark room or
Yeah,
buried, basically.
yeah. So it's very cool. I was super excited to get that. I love these books that are like the first appearances of some major cool character. I was a big Buck Rogers fan as a kid too, so
And you liked Jean, whatever her
I
name
like
was, for
the
the
girl in the
Buck
white
Rogers,
suit.
yeah, Wilma
Yeah,
Deering.
yeah, Deering. Yeah.
It's Dale Arden with Alex Raymond's Flash Gordon, And then it's anyway. But I kind of like Princess Ardala too, to be
Oh yeah,
honest with
you
you.
know, she was hot. She was hot. You know, she was very femme fatale.
Well, I'm sort of like a pair of old brown shoes following that, Alan.
So those are the big books. So, you know, I had some stuff to show.
Continuing
Oh,
with
but no, you
my
got some good stuff here. Oh, my diary
continuing
confections.
continuing with my good girl here. This has a very Matt Baker look to it.
That's why I was just going to ask you, is it Matt Baker? It kind of
It
looks like it.
says that it doesn't say who does the cover. It's Key
Uh,
Publications. I can't really say, but it certainly
it's
has the Matt.
definitely, it's probably Matt Baker. I would guess 100% that it's Matt Baker.
I think it
I'm pretty
is.
sure he did earlier issues of Diary Confessions before they went code.
Yeah, well,
Um,
it is Code,
yeah, I know. I'm saying
but
before.
he did
Yeah,
the, and this is an early Code Baker, I think.
yeah, yeah. So
Isn't
that's
she
cool.
lovely?
Very nice, very beautiful. I've never seen that one before.
Got
And
her in
kind
the
of that
hayloft.
James Dean guy in the background there.
Yeah, we he got him in. He got her in the hayloft with the picnic basket. Hey, hey, ooh!
Hey, Epoch, you're up late. I feel bad for you.
Hello, Epoch.
Sorry to be so late tonight. Oh, wow. I know this series. I actually have a different issue from the series, but that's a nice cover.
Nana Honey.
Yeah, so this is all from the same guy that you picked these all
Mm-hmm.
up?
Mm-hmm.
And did he give you a great deal? Like just a big
Well, let me put it this way: he was crying by the time he sold them to me.
wow.
So
I like
so
that.
all good, all
Yeah, all
good.
good, good. That's the way it should be. Oh, and hey, K-pop.
Hi, K-pop.
Oh, that's the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they're always selling bras and stuff like that. I guess it's for women, this
Well, it's
one.
intimate confessions. I
So
think
it's
the
probably
guys
geared
go,
to.
"What's the intimate confession?" Is will you go out with me? Is the intimate confession. With a girl, it has to be, what will my trousseau be like, and what can I put in my hope chest? I'll save this little boutonniere and press it and keep it forever, and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
Here's one that's a little bit different, but still very cool. This is a title called "Glamorous Romances."
Oh, nice. These are really great.
Thank you.
I picked up a glamorous romance just recently, strangely enough. Not that one, but a different issue. They did
And
photo
this one,
covers as well, by the way, in glamorous romances.
Glamorous Romances. This is an Ace periodical, and it's a Alice Kirkpatrick cover.
Oh, never heard of them.
It has Al Hartley, Sam Cooper, and Charles A. Winter art.
Okay, Al Hartley's famous.
Hartley
He
is
went on
very.
did Archie and stuff like that.
So anyway, there's that.
And Al Hartley is the reason why there's a crossover between Spire Comics and Archie. So
Exactly.
yeah.
I only have a couple left. Um, the This one I've already posted, but I just used the picture he
Oh
sent
yes.
me.
Very nice.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. I was looking for it after you sent me the image for that one. I couldn't find it. It's
March
those
1961. And this has, just to show you the variety and the capability of this artist, it's a Dick Giordano cover. Look at this for Dick
wow.
Giordano.
That's great.
Isn't that amazing?
What was the what he did, was it Marvel that he worked on where with superheroes and stuff?
Then he worked DC.
DC. Okay. I
He
was
did
trying to
Adam Straight. He's
oh he's
Giordano's. He's been around,
mhm.
and because I bought all of those books, now I can't do that. So here's another one. This
Was it
was
a
the
zombie
big.
tramp or something that you ran into there?
This was the big book of the bunch, which was a little less, almost half of the total cost, and it's Taffy.
Oh my goodness. I think I might even know who you bought these from because of
Who?
that one book.
Who?
Was it Cosme or no?
Jordan Seymour.
yeah, Jordan Seymour. That would be the other one I was going to say. Semperfi.
Jordan is the Jordan and
Semperfi.
Yaniv are in cahoots.
Yeah, so both of those guys had this book, and they offered it to me, and I was like, oh, it's such a big book. There was other things that I was going after, but that's an awesome book. That's L.B. Cole.
That is LB Cole.
Hmm.
And why it's a 1/5, I cannot tell you because look at this cover. Look at
I
the
know.
color strike. Look at the spine, which looks to be intact. Look at the edges.
And zoom up on the top guy. I think isn't that a Hitler?
That's Hitler.
Yeah.
It's the Hitler bug.
Hmm.
And this
Yeah.
is from 1945 Rural Home
Hmm.
and is Hitler parody cover and story.
Wow. That's huge. I mean, the books where it's like a kid's book and there's like Hitler and Mussolini and all those kind of people, those ones go for crazy money. You know, most of those kids' books don't really go for much, but the ones with Hitler in them just go crazy in terms of value.
I mean, but look at the color strike on this.
I know, it's awesome. Very good.
Isn't that killer?
That is really great. Yeah.
I just
So
I couldn't believe. I said, "My God, look at the
that's
picture."
a big book. I have to tell people it's a big book, that book. It's a
He
yeah.
sent me this as a thank you.
Oh wow. Famous Crimes. Nice.
Okay, I'm down to the last few. Um, Another guy that I bought a book from, uh, uh, and I bought this a long time ago. I bought this months ago, and it had an old slab. It had a first generation slab on it that was all scratched up, and then it went to a Golden's auction, and then my guy bought it, and then after he got it, I bought it from him, and he bought it favorably. He sold it to me favorably, very very favorably, well below FMV, and no one in the auction wanted it. So then he said, "I will have it reholdered for you."
Oh wow.
At my expense. And I said, "Oh, thank you so much." So he sent it off, and then it languished and languished. And he had one of his books was with it too, a Silver Surfer #1. I think it was like a 9.4 or 9.6, a
Oh
big
wow.
book. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally they sent it. He was off at a different convention, and they said, "Hold it there at the office for me." I mean, at the post op, hold it. And CGC said, "No, we can't leave it there. Nope, it's coming back." So by the time he got back, the book had gone all the way back down to Florida. Whereupon two hurricanes hit.
Oh wow.
And then everything got backed up, and it wasn't where is it doing it? Now we're going. So then it finally came back. It finally came out. And when they packaged it with only one piece of cardboard on either side of the books with one in between them in a very soft wrap, and it got hammered. All the tops of both slabs were destroyed, so it had to go back again to CGC and then wait its turn to be reholdered, and now it is finally here with me,
Very cool.
and it is a
Oh
beautiful
yes, the Human Torch
Human
one.
Torch #19 in an 8.0
Yeah,
off-white
that's a
pages.
crazy cover.
You got the gal in green being lowered into the fiery pit. You got these molten everything going on, being slashed open and splashing all over people. Look at the guy down at the bottom center. He's being washed in hot metal.
Yeah,
Ah!
and it's melting through his arm.
And then the guy further
Other guy,
up
yeah,
is having his arm and shoulder melted off, screaming.
yeah, yes. 8.0 is insane. Okay, guys, that's insane for this book. And you got it for actually a really great price too. I mean, it was like
I got it so
and the funny thing
favorably.
was, it appeared on my hot list soon afterwards. Like not
Oh,
your copy, but
oh,
a different copy. And it's like it had set a new record at a lower grade copy. Actually, I think you got it cheaper than the lower grade one that had sold.
Well, it's just it was so incredible that
Yeah, I mean the back. I mean it looks brand new.
so anyway, there's this. And the last thing I have to show is not Golden Age, it's modern, but it is extremely rare.
Hmm.
Uh some covers were produced to be put onto some a DC book, some DC a DC book, and also a Marvel book. And what happened was the covers were not sanctioned.
Hmm.
They were accepted and they were set up and then they were rejected. And
Hmm.
there were some test covers that were shot and produced so that they could see, and they said no, destroy them. But there are probably,
A handful
however many escaped of these covers that they refused to put.
destroyed.
And there's a guy named MT1 on one of the auction houses, and I bought this one and this next one from him. But this is the first one, and it's a Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special.
I mean, that's really killer cover. I'm like, I guess it because it's nudish.
Well, she has her breast is showing,
Yeah,
and I think her fanny's showing too.
well, kind of.
And on the back is this wild where Harley is making love to Poison Ivy's fanny, all shiny.
Yeah,
There are there's no way to price them. They're absolute unicorn ghosts.
yeah. I mean,
Isn't that just
they're really
wild?
cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's sad that they couldn't produce them, but I think because of the nudity, I
They
think
couldn't
that's
do it.
yeah.
This one, as you know, and Ellen and I both like, and I have quite a few things that are homages to Bruce Timm, the artist.
Hmm.
And one of the amazing Spider-Man tropes that is always when Mary Jane is in the doorway and she's got her red hair and she's stuff, she says,
You hit the
"Face it,
jackpot.
Tiger, you've hit the jackpot."
Hmm.
And so this book is an homage to that. This is The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, which gives you an idea about when. Secret Wars, Marvel number 001, variant edition. And it is a Bruce Timm cover. And Mary Jane is a blonde saying, "Face it, Tiger, you've hit the jackpot."
Hmm. And do you have
And
a
on the
clear backing
back,
board? Yeah, I was going to ask if you had to.
and on the back is where he signed it by her posterior, by her
And
fanny.
this is a Bruce Timm cover, by the way.
This is a Bruce Timm
It's
cover.
not a look-alike. It's actually a Bruce Timm
This
cover.
is a signed Bruce Timm piece of work that there
I'm
are
still
so
trying to
few.
find my copy, the different one that I have. I mean, this one's really cool. I like the fact that it's a wraparound.
But isn't she beautiful?
Oh yeah, really great. So this is kind of like one of those one of ones kind of level. It's like we don't know how rare it is. We don't know.
Well, it's direct edition. It says here rated T, $3.99. That gives you an idea of what the price time. And
Mhm.
it's the
Well,
first.
well, the one I had is also a Renew Your Vows one, but it's a nude Bruce Timm cover. So this is the same thing. It's just a different one. I guess they probably try to put a few out and see what would stick, and I guess none of them stuck.
It stuck with me.
I did.
So
Very
those
awesome.
last two, those things are complete. And I have one more coming. I
Okay, very
managed to
cool.
talk him out of one more. He's got one other one that I would love to get
And
from
I
him, but
heard you said he was crying a lot and like
no, 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 no. He obviously he was, he didn't want to really sell them. And the bidding stopped too low, and he says, "Oh, I can't sell it for that," and the
Mhm.
bidding stopped, and then I added a big chunk more money, and then he said, "Okay, you bought the other, this next one." He says, "You bought the other two, so I will cut you some slack." His name is Matt, heck of a nice guy. As a matter of fact, he lives in on Lake Erie in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and here recently, just a few weeks ago, they got slammed, national emergency. He literally had 8 feet of snow fall on his house. 8 feet. He spent 25 hours
Mhm.
digging from his front door to get out to the street.
Wow, that's crazy.
And
But yeah,
he
I mean
and
that's
he's running this, and he's running an auction. He's coming in, he's covered in snow. I mean, the poor guy was just, and the damage that has been done. Their roofs have collapsed. I mean,
collapsing.
and
Yeah,
it's just been horrific. But right on Lake Erie, the stuff that the wind coming off, and then it would heat up over land, and it would melt, and then it would freeze again, and then the weight,
it's
and
freezing. Yeah, I just want to show one last book for
sure.
people. So somebody was commenting that they had never seen a Mussolini cover, and somebody said, "Oh, there's Thrilling Comics 41," which I just happen to have right near me. This is a Mussolini cover. Got Mussolini down right in the bottom there. You got the little mouse too, which is always nice. And this is just a really great Hitler cover. So this is my second favorite Hitler cover.
What's your first?
Marvel Mystery Comics number
Oh, with the
46.
the rotten apple with the worm coming out of the
Yeah, I
green
love that
apple
one.
with the worm coming out of the ear.
Yeah, but this is my second favorite. I really like this one. Like, this is, I like the fact that Hitler has these bony knees and he just looks so you know, sad. And the bullets all around him. And there's just all these crazy skulls on the bedposts.
I
And
think
I
that
love the fact that,
Schomburg,
Schomburg would label everything, the top
but
secrets.
the nice thing he also did was that he had, I can't remember
Yeah,
the name
secret
of the
orders.
what is the name of the African American character with the or the Cub Commandos or whatever?
This character?
Yeah,
I forget. I totally forget. Um,
but it's nice that he
yeah,
would
I
be
don't
the
remember
one
all the boy
tying up.
commandos names.
No, no, but he would. It was nice that he was the one that
But
was tying
he's the
Hitler
one that's
up.
tying up.
I like that
Yeah,
with the
and
other
this was
kid
not
across
meant
the
to be
way.
like a anti. This is not supposed to be like racially insensitive. It's just
No, what it
yeah,
is it's against Hitler is what it is.
yeah. But yeah, but I don't know. I always loved that cover. So somebody asked, so I figured, hey, I could easily grab it and then show it. So yeah, so that's it for this show, I guess. In the link, there's a link in the description of this video where you can go over and vote for this channel. And if you like Steven, you have to vote for him. Okay? So by voting for this channel, you're saying you like Steven. I don't think people like me, so I figured I'll leverage you.
Oh, jeez.
And if you don't vote for him, it's sort of like saying you don't like Steven, and that'd be very sad, make Steven very sad. So yeah, and look at the books that he's showing people. So go into the description of this video and go over to the Son of Crom's channel and vote for this channel for winning the contest. Okay. So yeah. So and check out Son of Crom's channel. Actually, he's got a pretty good channel. Did you ever watch his stuff? He's fun. He does these little skits and stuff. It's quite fun. So yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Bye for now, guys.
Thank you.